Hey, what's going on everybody? Sky Hilse here with you today. Now before I start this video, be sure to subscribe and turn post notifications on because as you can see, I answer any and all questions within the first hour of every single video. And also be sure to hit like. If you hit like, that sounds awesome to me and it should sound awesome to you and it helps me out so much. So thank you very much. Today we got Tanner Plains in the building out here in New York City, motherfucker. That's right, we're taking over to NYC. We just got back from Times Square and we're shooting this video like a fucking badass right now. What is up, Tanner?
I don't know how you talk that fast. I don't have the rapping skills like you.
Now, I remember I was watching your video, one of the first videos I saw on dropshipping, how he did 20K at 16. But what's it like being 16 years old? You did it on a debit card, right?
I didn't even have a credit card till about 2 months ago.
Look at that. No excuse at all. No debit, no credit card. Was it legal?
Oh yeah, my dad, I was able to put my name on there so I didn't have to worry about it. But definitely from the start, I really didn't know what I was doing. I just wanted to succeed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I just had that hunger, that drive, you know?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about dropshipping because I get like a lot of people who are like, hey man, I'm 12 years old, I just bought your course. Or like, hey man, I just turned 6 yesterday and I'm wondering what's the best strategy for Facebook ads. It's like, it really attracts the younger generation and I love that. Like I encourage all the young people out there, it's like you can do it for sure. You just have to be on like your parents' credit card. Now, this is actually a question I get a lot. How do you dropship when you're under 18?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple to answer actually. Like you just have someone, whether it's a family member or someone you trust really close, whatever it is. I feel like you're pretty close. You know, you just have someone on there that's over 18 that'll help you. You know, obviously you can give them some kind of benefit. You know, my dad just believed in me and he didn't ask me for any money or anything like that. I'm really grateful for that for sure.
So then what would you tell the people out there who have parents who don't believe in them, especially when they're like 3 and they're wanting to drop ship?
Like find a new mom and dad, I guess.
Find a new mom and dad. Now, to find a new mom and dad, all you got to do is go to like Craigslist and you got to search like looking for adoption and you can literally do it. Like you just look for like emancipation and all that and you can pretty much do it. But no, we're joking about that. But for real though, can you reveal your first product?
Yeah, the first product was a face mask, like a bubble mask. You put it on your face, it's supposed to help with acne, and it bubbles up. You look like crazy. And had an Instagram page, just started posting it on there. I didn't know anything about Facebook ads, made about 30K in a month, and then that died off.
Oh shit, I always thought you did the black charcoal mask.
No.
Oh, the bubble mask. So what was the details of that? It literally just bubbled up?
Yeah, you put it on there. I could show you a picture. It bubbles up. You look like Squidward a little bit. Interesting.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Did you ever face like a major like complication? Like that's kind of like a high risk product, right?
That's definitely something, but I had just turned 16 when I started that. Me and a buddy owned an Instagram page with a couple million followers, and we just post ads on there of the product. Like what we would do is we'd send a sample to someone on Fiverr, like a girl, pay her like, you know, whatever they charge, 10, 15, 20 bucks to make a video with it. Then we'd edit it, add music, post it on our page. Crazy times.
So you never got in any trouble? You got no trouble for doing that product?
I had one person complain that their face got red, but apparently they just have sensitive skin. Oh. But it's definitely, I would not recommend you sell something like that for your first product unless it's like super high quality, because it is a risk for sure.
Yeah, did you hear like about all the, a lot of people got sued for that black charcoal mask. Did you hear about those lawsuits?
Right now I did.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's why I always tell you guys, like, I really wouldn't do anything that has to do with like on the skin, just because like you never really know what might happen. You're literally putting all the trust on your manufacturer that they're gonna make this quality product that people are putting on their physical skin, and if something goes wrong and they cause major damage, it's coming onto your LLC. Hopefully your LLC. If you're a sole proprietorship, you are fucked.
Yeah, you got to be careful. And you know what's funny? I actually still at my parents' house. There's like a couple hundred units left of these bubble masks. Because what happened, we were drop shipping it. We made a little bit of money off of our page. We're like, damn, we really need to like scale this up. So he lived in New York, I lived in North Carolina, and we split costs on inventory, like maybe 2,000 units to my parents' house. They're like, what is all of this mess? And then once it died off, the inventory was just sitting there. We made profit because there was no ad spend, but all the inventory was just sitting there. And to this day, like over 2 years later, almost 3 years, it's sitting there.
Wait, how much inventory?
Probably like 200 to 400.
Oh, okay. Do you have like any plans on like getting rid of it? Or you just like gonna?
It's probably gonna expire soon, to be honest.
Oh, okay. I see.
But hey, you wanna buy it?
Yeah. I'm gonna start drop shipping from your house. Here's the fulfillment center right there.
Yeah.
So what was your like first Facebook ad strategy? Because when I first started my Facebook ads, I was like trying manual bidding. I told you earlier I try to scale PPE only super hard, and I was just like all over the place. I was scaling some budgets 20%. I was scaling some budgets like 2x. Like, what was your Facebook strategy at the beginning compared to now?
Like at first it was like, even my first 6-figure store was all influencers. You know, Facebook ads, I really didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know who to learn from. So I was taking, you know, in knowledge from different people, trying to figure out what I would do. And I don't remember exactly what the first thing was. I remember I probably had data, but I was just trying only interests.
Yeah.
You know, just interest-based ad sets worldwide, excluding obviously, you know, third world countries. And, you know, it's just constantly that, you know.
Yeah,
I would try like some random lookalikes, but I would say like not even until late last year was when, I mean, like middle of last year, I really started getting into it. Had a couple of mentors with Facebook ads, and a lot has changed now. That's all I do now, because I told myself, you know, last year I had my buddy Noah fly out, who was just running an e-com agency. I was like, all right.
Noah Tuck.
No, not him, but Noah Brewer. But I was like, I told myself, no more influencers, only Facebook ads I'm gonna do, because that way it'll force myself to learn and go from there.
So are you saying that you do like only broad general? Like, do you just do like no targeting on your ad sets now? Because that's what a lot of people are doing right now.
No, I've had people try. That's never worked for me. I always keep things very aligned.
Interesting.
What do you mean no targeting? Like people will just put like a country or a state?
Like literally, shout out my boy Florian, and even Jared was telling me this. He's like to start, they don't put any interest at all. It's always just tons of broad targeting. So this guy Florian, he couldn't. I just met him the other day. He was trying so hard, he couldn't do it. He was down to like his last $20, and then he learned about no targeting ad sets, and he said, fuck it, we're putting $500 on United States and $500 in this country and $500 in this on a credit card. So he was definitely going in debt. And the next day he woke up to like $1,600 in sales, and ever since then it's been history. Like, he just bought a brand new BMW i8 Roadster the other day, and it's all because he tried broad targeting. So like the Facebook pixel is getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and your Facebook ad strategy is going to change and change and change. I had to change mine so many times. So for all you guys struggling out there, that's definitely something you want to try.
I just think there's never going to be one perfect strategy, whether it's for testing a product or, you know, scaling. And obviously scaling's pretty funny nowadays. People make like 2 sales, DM me, yo, should I scale? How do I scale 10?
Yeah.
You know, instead of like seeing some kind of actual consistency, you know, you want to see 5 to 10 sales a day, profitable for, you know, a week, and then go from there. But I mean, the strategies, it can literally be anything for all my clients and people I work with. It's not like one thing works for everyone. I like to try things that have worked for multiple people, but sometimes it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. I literally had one guy tell me, hey Scott, I know you're busy right now, but could you analyze my data and tell me how this looks? He's only spent 38 cents.
Bruh, that's a broad moment for sure.
Classic. So can you reveal anything about your product research methods?
I would say this year, my most successful products have come from literally just scrolling on wholesale websites, whether it's AliExpress or whatever. You know, think about what level you want to do, low ticket, high ticket. You know, and go to those categories. Let's say if you're using AliExpress, if I want to sell low ticket, I'm going to go into, you know, accessories, jewelries, all that good stuff, and go through there and really see if something pops. And if it does stand out to me, I'll go and do my due diligence, see if there's other people selling it, there's ads on Facebook, anybody else just searching on Google, YouTube, all that good stuff. And then go from there. You know, if I want something high ticket, I'm going to go to some electronics, which I like to stay away from if it's like too expensive. But, you know, things like that, outdoors, you know, outdoors has been a very good niche to me this year.
So you just you go to AliExpress, you target down on like costs and stuff, and then do you use like terms, like you would type in outdoors?
No, literally just like the categories. So you can go to all categories and see, you know, they'll have like main categories like outdoors, electronics, and then, you know, they'll have subcategories if it's, you know, electronics, you know, have like phones, SD cards, like, you know, stuff like that. So you're breaking it down and really scrolling through, because obviously you can scroll through Facebook ads or whatever all day, but realistically, like, imagine if you find a winner that's a winner before everybody else is, you know, trying to sell it. That's where I've seen a lot of success. You're able to be a lot more profitable for sure.
I feel that. Now let me ask you this question: what's your #1 biggest dropshipping horror story?
I mean, probably like having money getting held when that first store that boomed.
Yeah.
Like, I had so much money getting held, probably about half of it at least. And that was all influencers. I wasn't keeping track of everything. I'm like, shoot, now I got to fulfill like a couple thousand orders by myself. I'm like, you know, where's this money? Where's this money?
Yeah.
And I would say the biggest thing is not staying organized caused me to have a lot of issues at that moment, but also later on with my accountant.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't underestimate the power of organization. I feel like that's pretty much everybody when they start dropshipping is like, they're like, okay, doing this. You're just following the money, but what you don't realize is you got to track that money too. You know, you got to understand how much you're losing every day, how much you're gaining every day. You got to factor all of that in. And I think they're using, what I asked Alan last night, what was that program he's using that tracks all the expenses all the time? You know what that was?
Like Order Metrics, QuickBooks, I don't know.
It wasn't QuickBooks, fuck. It was like...
Order Metrics is pretty good if you're doing Facebook ads only.
Order Metrics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just regardless, just keep track of whatever you're doing. Make sure you have and don't leave ad sets on. Like some people launch an ad campaign, and then they find out in next month's bill that it's been running for a month to no website. That's
another thing I think you guys should know if you're running Facebook ads. Make sure, like a lot of people ask me when to turn off their ads or leave them on, whatever. What I like to do, first off, calculate your break-even ROAS and your break-even point. So your break-even point is just the margin on that product, and the ROAS is you divide what you're selling it for divided by the cost. And that'll give you a ROAS that you can see and be like, all right, if it's going lower than this and just maintaining there, then I'm losing money and I need to change something. So by doing that, you're able to see where you need to be above at all times. Don't leave things unprofitable for a long time. So many people do that and they expect it to just become profitable out of nowhere. And most of the time, that's not going to happen. Yeah, do not get emotionally involved with your products or your ad sets or your website. You have to keep it literally data-based thinking only. A lot of people will lose hundreds of dollars, but they're like, Scott, I know it's a good product. I just know it's a good product, but I've lost $18,000 on it so far. What should I do? You should have ended it $17,500 ago. That's what you should have done. Now let me ask you this question. We were just talking about this earlier. So if like people who are just getting into drop shipping, what's the #1 suggestion you have for them right when they start, especially if they're young? If you're young, just start. Pay attention. Find action steps, write a list, and have like some kind of goal, making a specific number of revenue, profit, whatever, but just making sure you have actual action steps and sort of like a checklist of what you need to get done, and not just, all right, I'm going to work on this store for 2 weeks. Yo, Scott, check out my store. I haven't ran any ads yet, but what do you think? You think I'm going to make money? There's a lot of variables in there, and you need to have action steps to know what you need to do in order to reach whatever that goal you have set is. Yeah, I always say to everybody, understand that you will for sure lose money coming into this. When you launch those Facebook ads, you really don't know what you're doing. Regardless, even if you know what you're doing, everyone always loses money right at the start. So like a lot of people always want to just outsource everything at the start. They're like, how do I outsource my Facebook ads? How do I outsource my product research? How do I outsource my website development? Well, to a point, that's true that you should do that. But at the beginning, you want to know everything there is so you know what's good and what's not. You want to learn the Facebook ads so you know how to scale. You want to learn website development so you know how to build it. You want to know how everything works before you even think about outsourcing, because if you outsource it to someone and they're doing a bad job, you really don't know if they're doing a bad job or not until you understand every aspect of it. What do you have to say to that, Tanner? Yeah, for sure. Because if you understand a skill set and you're perfected in it, obviously you're never going to be perfect at something, but if you know how it works and you continuously see success in whatever that is, then you can easily teach someone how to do that instead of hoping that someone can do that successfully for you. Because that's where I messed up one time. The beginning of last year, I hired an agency to help me with a little project, running some ads, managing everything. And I didn't know what they were doing. They were trying some advanced stuff, and next thing I know, I just see money going out and not enough coming in. It's definitely an issue because I didn't know what they were doing, so I couldn't correct or really ask the right questions. Instead of if I learned everything myself, knew exactly what they were going to do ahead of time and talked with them, then I'll be able to correct them, fix their mistakes, fire them before I lost too much money. Damn, that's crazy, but check out that fucking boat that's going by. Holy shit. Wow. Whoa. You know what's behind it? It's like that island. You see the green thing on there? What's it called? I'm not sure. What is that? It's like the statue. Like you can go up to the top. Oh, the Statue of Liberty? No, it's not that. Just the island there. You can go there on the little ferry. Like the one with the crown? Yeah, it's green too. Like the green man from the green bean cans? Yeah, like sort of like that. Yeah, the Statue of Liberty. France gave it to us. It's not that. Alright then. Alright, well that's the end of this video. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you think about this. Be sure to check out Tanner Plain's channel, one of the first to ever get into the drop shipping, personal branded side of things. He's an amazing person right here. He's doing huge work. Definitely go give him a subscribe. Definitely go give all of his videos a like, but especially give this video a like. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to turn post notifications on because you can get a response any single hour of every single video I post.
And this is the end of this video. You have anything else to say, Tanner?
100,000 likes. Let's go, baby.